My last foreign was Italy. And Italy was fantastic. I mean, I lived out there for a year and a half. I've got incredibly good memories of some of the people that I worked with, some of whom I'm still in touch with. The place was wonderful. I loved the Italian way of life. I loved some of the Italian people that I lived and worked with. Real fun time. I got out into way too much mischief while I was out there, which looking back, I think, idiot. But overall, I would say it was a really, really good time. And Naples itself is truth. That's an interesting place to be anyway, because it was just bonkers. Crazy driving, Neapolitans who are renowned for some of their hot temper and all of this sort of thing. The Camorra, which is the Neapolitan mafia. There are all sorts of funky stuff going on there. But it was, as a young man, it was a fantastic time out there. Thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I have been to Naples. When I led a school trip, we went to Sorrento. And we had a day trip to Herculaneum. And I was trying to explain the little bit of history I did know about when Nelson was there, Lady Hamilton causing a diplomatic incident, because he was a bit of a lad, old Nelson.
I loved it. I mean, I lived outside of Naples, probably around about, I don't know, it must have been about 17 miles or so, in a place called Lago Patria, which was like an enclosed community out there. And I actually worked on the island of Nisida, where Comnav South was based. So yeah, it was just great. Got the opportunity to travel around a bit as well. I rode my motorbike back from there, all the way through Italy and Geneva and the south of France, and through that Autoroute du Soleil, all the way back up to Dover, via Calais. But I also managed to tour around a little bit around the Amalfi Coast, which was really good fun. I think Amalfi Coast is just absolutely beautiful. And I sort of got myself involved in all sorts of aquatic activities. So I did diving out there and water skiing. And so the club swinger, the PTI, and I had to go across to Sicily to pick up a speedboat. And that was a real fun trip because he was a good lad. We had some quite good times. I tried to extend my time over there, but they wouldn't let me. I probably caused too much trouble while I was there. So they decided to send me back to Blighty.
Are you prepared to say how you got into trouble?
How did I get into trouble? I went AWOL, absent without leave. You had like a radius of 25 miles that you were only allowed between sort of watches, between being on duty, in case you had to be called back in. And I got on my motorbike and I rode all the way back up to England to see my wife, and then missed my flight to come back in time for my watch. And I got lifted when I stepped back into Naples airport by the regulating petty officer, who said, "I've been waiting to get you for so long." I was only adrift for a few days, but I think she'd had me in her sights because I'd sailed close to the wind for lots of reasons. I'd sort of ducked and dived. I was a bit of an Arthur Daly. Wheeled and dealed, had some good contacts in the Italian community. Scratch mine, I'll scratch yours, all of that sort of good stuff that Matalows get away with. And I think I was probably in her sights. And, it was fair cop, bang to rights. That's the way it goes.
Had you handed in your notice before then?
Yes, I think I had. Yes, I would have done. And if I hadn't, it was very shortly after then. So it was 18 months' notice. It was good sport. Nothing malicious. Hijinks. Blokes will be blokes. Boys will be boys. You sometimes get caught, don't you?
Well, it takes a thief to catch a thief. You did become a policeman, so...
Well, I did indeed. Poacher turned gamekeeper. That's the way I see it, mate. You've got to be able to straddle certain lines in life. And some of the best thief takers are ones that have straddled certain lines. I'm not suggesting I was the best thief taker at all, but I was competent.